So one of the questions I get a lot, especially from people like in trainings that are new to customer experience and customer service, is what do onstage and backstage mean in customer experience? Now, these terms are thrown about and they're very popular. And first of all, we got to give credit where it's due. The Disney company, they really came up with this idea of being on stage or backstage in a customer facing role. So, what does the term mean? On stage means very simply this: you are in front of a customer, you're on stage, the customer can see you, hear you, somehow, take in what you are doing. You are part of their experience at that moment, directly part of it. Backstage means you're not in front of the customer. They can't see you, they can't hear you, etc. But you're still part of the customer experience. What's an example of a backstage role? Say a line cook, right? You're integral to the experience. You're preparing the food for the customer, but the customer can't see you. Now, why is this important? Why is it important to differentiate between onstage and backstage? Now, if you've ever heard of customer blueprinting, which is a little different than journey mapping, we may talk about that in another video, but it's essentially when you're mapping out the processes of an experience. And in a customer blueprint, we actually differentiate between onstage and backstage because you want to know who's in front of a customer when you're thinking about what's the experience they're going to deliver. How are they going to deliver it? What resources do they need to deliver it? And likewise for backstage. Now, we're going to act differently if we're on stage or backstage. That seems logical, right? If you're, we'll go to Disney, we'll use Disney, Mickey Mouse and Goofy, right? If they're above ground, they're not down in the tunnels and the little kids can see them, well, they shouldn't be sitting there having a conversation. They should be out being Goofy, being Mickey, interacting with the children. But backstage, if they're on their break or they're just between whatever they're doing, can they be having a conversation? Breaking the fourth wall, as we say? Of course. Now, some people will say that backstage should always reflect on stage. There is no difference. And this is great if you live in customer experience fantasy land. However, in the real world, people are going to be people. Employees are going to be employees. They're going to talk. They're going to hang out. They're going to have relationships. Now, that doesn't mean they should be unprofessional when they're backstage, but they don't have to be on. They don't have to be like it's showtime, right? There's a balance. There's a reasonableness you can apply to this. So anyways, there you go. Now you know, if you didn't before, what backstage and on stage mean in customer experience. Now, if you want to stay on stage with us, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. I hope I'm pointing in the right place because I really don't know where it is. But you're going to hit that subscribe button and get all the great customer service and customer experience content we have here on the Customers That Stick YouTube channel. Well, thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video.